We live in a world that constantly pushes us to look outward, to compare, compete, and critique. Social media amplifies this, bombarding us with curated glimpses of others' success, relationships, and achievements. It's easy to fall into the trap of measuring your worth against someone else's highlight reel. But here's the truth. The more you focus on others, the less you grow yourself. The moment you start comparing your life to another's, you surrender your power. You trade your potential for resentment, your progress for paralysis. Why? Because comparison doesn't just steal your joy, it distracts you from the real work, becoming the best version of yourself. Think about it. When you obsess over someone else's success, does it lift you up? No, it either makes you bitter or complacent. Neither serves you. The only person you should compete with is the person you were yesterday. Did you learn something new? Did you take one step closer to your goals? Did you handle a challenge better than before? That's the only metric that matters. True strength comes from taking responsibility not for others, but for yourself. Blaming circumstances or envying others is a way to avoid the hard work of self-improvement. It's far easier to point fingers than to admit where you've fallen short. But growth begins where excuses end. Every minute spent judging others is a minute wasted, time that could have been spent refining your skills, sharpening your mind, or strengthening your character. Discipline is the antidote to distraction. The most successful people aren't the ones constantly checking their competitors. They're the ones who stay focused on their own path. They understand that mastery requires repetition, patience, and relentless effort, none of which can happen if your attention is scattered. Finally, remember this: your potential is yours alone. No one else can fulfill your purpose. The world doesn't need another imitation of someone else. It needs the unique contribution only you can offer. So stop looking sideways, look inward, look forward, and start building the life you're capable of living. The greatest investment you will ever make is in yourself. Stop wasting energy on others. Focus, grind, grow. Your future self will thank you. Comparison is the thief of joy. One of the most destructive habits we engage in is the relentless comparison of ourselves to others. From a young age, we're conditioned to measure our worth against external benchmarks. Grades, salaries, social status, physical appearance. But this mindset is a trap. When you constantly compare yourself to others, you set yourself up for either arrogance or despair. If you see yourself as better, you risk complacency. If you see yourself as worse, you spiral into self-doubt. Neither outcome helps you grow. The truth is, no two paths are the same. Someone else's success does not diminish your own potential. Their achievements are the result of their struggles, choices, and circumstances, just as yours will be. The moment you shift your focus from why aren't I where they are to what can I do today to move forward, you reclaim control over your life. Progress isn't about matching someone else's pace. It's about surpassing your own limitations. Theodore Roosevelt once said, "Comparison is the thief of joy," and he was right. When you fixate on others, you lose sight of your own strengths. You ignore the small victories that make your journey meaningful. Instead of envying someone else's career, relationships, or possessions, ask yourself, what can I build with the time and resources I have? The only person you should compete with is the person you were yesterday. Master your own life before judging others. It's easy to critique others, to point out their flaws, question their decisions, or dismiss their success as luck. But this habit is a distraction, a way to avoid confronting your own shortcomings. The energy you spend judging others could be spent refining yourself. Before you analyze someone else's life, ask, have I mastered my own? True confidence comes from competence. If you're too busy dissecting others' choices, you're neglecting the areas where you need growth. Instead of resenting a colleague's promotion, focus on improving your skills. Instead of mocking someone's mistakes, learn from them. The most successful people aren't obsessed with others. They're too busy honing their craft. This isn't just about productivity, it's about integrity. Hypocrisy weakens character. If you demand excellence from others, but tolerate mediocrity in yourself, you create internal conflict. The solution? Hold yourself to the same standards you expect from the world. Work in silence, let your results speak, and rise above the noise of petty comparisons. When you shift from criticism to self-improvement, you gain something far more valuable than superiority. You gain self-respect, and that is the foundation of a life well lived. Responsibility breeds strength. There is a fundamental truth that many people resist. Life is hard and suffering is inevitable. But within that truth lies immense power, the power to choose how you respond. When you blame others for your circumstances, you surrender your agency. When you take responsibility even for things that aren't entirely your fault, you reclaim control. This isn't about self-punishment. It's about recognizing that your future is shaped by your actions, not your excuses. Consider two people facing the same setback. One says, "This isn't fair, the world is against me," while the other asks, "What can I learn from this? How can I adapt?" The first remains stuck, the second grows stronger. Responsibility is the bridge between victimhood and victory. Every time you say, "This is on me," you transform chaos into order. You stop waiting for luck, for rescue, for permission, and you start building. This mindset extends beyond personal struggles. Society thrives when individuals take ownership instead of demanding entitlement. If you want a better career, develop valuable skills. If you want stronger relationships, communicate with honesty and effort. Waiting for others to change, for the system to be fair, or for luck to strike is a losing strategy. The antidote? Radical accountability. Own your mistakes, your laziness, your fears, then work to overcome them. That's how resilience is forged. Discipline over distraction. Modern life is engineered to distract you. Endless scrolling, gossip, entertainment, and comparison, all of it pulls you away from what truly matters. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't talent or luck. It's discipline. Discipline is choosing what you want most over what you want now. It's the daily decision to show up even when motivation fades. Discipline isn't punishment, it's freedom. When you control your habits, you control your future. Think of it like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Start small, make your bed. Finish your work before indulging in leisure. Cut out time-wasting habits that add no value to your life. These small acts of self-mastery compound into unshakable confidence. The world rewards consistency, not intensity. You don't need grand gestures or overnight transformations. You need the quiet determination to work when no one is watching, to push when no one is cheering, and to stay focused when everyone else is chasing shortcuts. Distraction is easy, discipline is hard, but the reward, self-respect, achievement, real progress are worth every ounce of effort. Ask yourself, what could I achieve if I fully committed to my goals instead of being pulled in 1,000 directions? The answer is more than you ever thought possible. Stop waiting for inspiration, start building discipline. Your future self will thank you. Your potential is yours alone. There is a profound truth that most people never fully grasp. No one else can fulfill your purpose. You were born with unique talents, perspectives, and capabilities that the world needs, but only if you develop them. When you waste time obsessing over others' paths, you rob yourself of the energy required to walk your own. Your potential isn't determined by what others achieve, it's defined by what you're willing to cultivate within yourself. Think of potential like a seed. A seed doesn't worry about the tree next to it. It simply focuses on growing into what it was meant to be. It draws nutrients from the soil, stretches toward the sun, and becomes what nature designed it to become. Nothing more, nothing less. You are no different. Your job isn't to mimic others. It's to discover and refine what only you can contribute. The world doesn't need another imitation. It needs your voice, your work, your distinct imprint on the universe. Yet too many people live in the shadow of comparison, paralyzed by the fear that they aren't enough. They chase trends, mimic successful people, and mold themselves into what they think will earn approval, only to wake up years later feeling hollow. Why? Because fulfillment doesn't come from external validation, it comes from aligning with your own truth. The moment you stop asking, how do I measure up? And start asking, what am I here to do? Is the moment your real journey begins. This isn't just about ambition, it's about responsibility. You owe it to yourself and to the world to become the strongest, wisest, most capable version of yourself. Every hour spent envying, criticizing, or fixating on others is an hour stolen from your own evolution. The choice is simple but not easy. Focus, build, rise. Your potential is waiting, but it won't wait forever. The time to claim it is now. Conclusion, the power of looking inward. At the end of the day, life isn't about what others are doing, it's about what you are becoming. Every moment spent comparing, judging, or resenting is a moment lost from your own growth. The most successful people aren't distracted by the noise of others. They're too busy writing their own story. True fulfillment comes when you stop seeking external validation and start measuring yourself by your own standards. Did you improve? Did you learn? Did you push yourself further than before? These are the only questions that matter. The world will always have someone richer, smarter, or more accomplished, but no one else can be you. And that is your greatest advantage. So shut out the distractions, silence the doubts, stop waiting for permission or approval. The only person you need to outshine is the person you were yesterday. Take responsibility, stay disciplined, focus relentlessly on your own path, because when you do, something remarkable happens. You stop chasing success and start attracting it. The journey won't be easy, but it will be worth it. Stop looking sideways, start moving forward. Your future is waiting. The unshakable power of self-focus. We stand at a crossroads every single day. Do we look outward, measuring ourselves against others' achievements, or do we look inward, cultivating our own untapped potential? The choice seems simple, yet so many choose distraction over destiny. They waste precious energy analyzing competitors when they should be analyzing themselves. They chase trends instead of truth. They seek validation rather than value. Here's the reality no one tells you. Greatness isn't found, it's forged. It's built in the quiet hours when no one is watching. It's earned through disciplined focus on your craft, not through obsessive comparisons. The most powerful version of yourself emerges only when you stop worrying about others' races and start running your own with relentless determination. This isn't just about success, it's about sovereignty. When you take full ownership of your life, you become unstoppable. No criticism can shake you, no competition can distract you. You operate from a place of unshakable confidence because you know your worth isn't relative, it's inherent. You understand that your path is yours alone, and that comparison is the fastest way to sabotage your unique gifts. So I challenge you, stop giving your power away. Every minute spent scrolling through highlight reels is a minute stolen from your destiny. Every ounce of energy wasted on jealousy is fuel that could have propelled your dreams. The world doesn't need another follower. It needs you at your fullest, most authentic expression. The time for hesitation is over. The moment for action is now. Dig deep, stay focused, outwork your doubt. Your future self isn't waiting for luck, it's waiting for you to show up. Will you answer the call?